Good morning, children. Welcome back to English Literature online class. Now we are going to do lesson 5. The name of the lesson is The Dragon Who Grew. I hope, children, you have heard the name of the dragon. Dragon is an animal which is friendly animal. But people are scared of the looks. Now in this story, we are going to read about a friendly dragon which is a small and cute dragon. The name of the dragon is Ah Ming. I have drawn the picture of the dragon. This is the small dragon. The big dragons are very huge in size. Ah Ming was a dragon, a very large green and black dragon. When he breathed, he puffed out a lot of smoke as if he had a great fire inside him. His eyes shone like rubies and his tail seemed to stretch for miles and miles. Now children, dragon have red eyes and the tail is very long. So, and that is why here it is given miles and miles, means very long. He had not always been so large and imposing, for when he was only a few years old, means when the dragons are small, they are not very huge in size. As they grow, they become huge in size. He was very small and thin, with no tail at all. In fact, his mother was beautiful and was quite ashamed of him. Mother of Ah Ming was very beautiful, so she was ashamed of her son because Ah Ming was very small. It did not have any tail at that time. I do wish Ah Ming would grow a little, she said to the other dragons. No one will ever be frightened of him. He will never be able to fight battles or look impressive in a procession. Now children, in China, when the procession is taken in any festival, dragons lead there. So here also Ah Ming's mother thought that if Ah Ming will not be beautiful, he will not be able to lead the procession and he will not be very impressive and nobody will be afraid of him because of their huge size and the way they puff fire from their mouth. They are scared of them. This made Ah Ming very unhappy. He used to hide among the rocks and trees where no one could see him and tears would roll down his dragon cheeks. Now, when his mother said like this, Ah Ming was very sad and he used to hide himself behind the rocks and he used to cry. He decided that he would run away. So he thought that I will not stay here and I will move from here and go to a place where I can live my own life. No one is really kind to me, he said. I'll find a new home where I can live happily all by myself and I'll be kind, gentle dragon, even if I cannot be large, beautiful and fierce one. Fierce one means the one who scares people or is very violent. So one dark night. Why it was a dark night? Because it was half moon. When it is half moon, then it is not a very bright night. When a half moon gave just enough light for Ah Ming to see the road he would take and which led over the hills and far away, he left home. He felt a little sad and lonely, leaving all the other dragons he knew so well, but he was quite determined to make his own way in the world. Now, Ah Ming left his home and he went a long way in the hills and rocks, leaving all the other dragons there, and he decided that he will make his own way in the world, means he will make his own identity. He was so small that he was able to take the little paths and tracks between the hills and across the rice fields, which would have been much too narrow for most dragons. As Aming was very small, so he was able to pass through narrow lanes which are not very broad. If he was big, then it would have been difficult for him. By morning he had gone a long way, means in the night he had started and by morning he had gone a very long way. He slept under a banyan tree. Children, banyan tree in Hindi you call it bargad, and waited until it was dark before moving on again. As he was scared of the people, so he waited till dark, means he again started in the evening. He travelled like this for several days, and soon he was a long way away from his old home. So now he had left his home far behind and was on his way. One morning he came to a place where tall trees grew on the top of a little hill. There was a huge rocky cave out of which a stream bubbled. Children, you must have seen caves in your cartoons, and in here also he reaches a rocky cave, which is a house made with the rocks. A stream bubbled means water stream was coming out. Down below in the valley he could see a village with lots of houses. From there he saw many houses in the valley. It was a lovely and quiet place. I shall stay here forever and ever and ever, said Aming happily. So he settled down in the cave and made up his mind to be kind and good. So he stayed there, and he thought that I will be kind and be good to people. He ate green grass and wild fruits and the blossoms that fell from the trees, and the little mushrooms that sprang up on the hillside. Children, you have seen mushrooms, you must be eating mushrooms, but these mushrooms were not of this type. They were wild mushrooms. Sometimes he found honey that the bees had left in a hollow tree, and he drank the cool bubbling water from the little stream. Weeks went by and Aming felt very peaceful. No one came to disturb him, and from the grassy mound outside his cave, he had a wonderful view of the village below him in the valley. Mound is a high place which is made of sand. He watched the children playing. He heard the sound of music and bells. All this came from the valley where people were living. He saw the street stalls and everyone going shopping, and he watched the carts, wagons and rickshaws moving along the road. During festivals and holidays, banners, paper lanterns, flags filled the narrow streets with color. Means when it was a festival time or any holiday, then in the valley it was a very beautiful scene where there were paper lanterns is in Hindi you call it laltain, and flags. One bright sunny morning, Aming decided he will go down to the valley and make friends with everyone, for he felt sure they would like him. I am such a tiny dragon, he said to himself. Even the children will want to play with me. One bright sunny morning, Aming decided he would go down to the village and make friends with everyone, for he felt sure they would like him. He was such a tiny dragon. He said to himself, even the children will want to play with me. Now, Aming thought that he will go down in the valley and he will make friends with them, and nobody will be afraid of him because he is very tiny. So when the sun was high in the sky and the street was full of noisy activities, Aming suddenly appeared. This means that the street was full of the people and children playing there. So Aming appeared means he suddenly came in the valley, down from the hills. He expected everyone to come running to meet him, to stroke his head. To stroke means to do like this, to admire his colors and to ask his name. Instead, there was the most terrible confusion. People dropped everything, and the doors were slammed and bolted, windows closed, and mothers hid their children. In a moment, the street was empty. Now, children, you can imagine this scene, that suppose you are going to the market with your mother and you suddenly see a bull or a monkey coming towards you. What will happen? Everybody will run here and there, and they will go inside their house and they will close the doors. So same thing happened here with Aming. When children saw him, they all ran, and all of them, they closed their doors and they all went inside, and nobody came out because they were scared of him. Now see, why were they scared of him? Oh dear, whatever is the matter? Said Aming. Surely they can't be frightened of me. Aming said that whatever has happened, they should not be afraid of me. He walked very slowly and carefully down the village street until he came to the village fountain with its lovely clear pool of water. Now children, what is fountain? Fountain is like a spring, which in Hindi you call Fawwara. So he went and sat near the fountain. Sitting on the low wall around the pool was a small boy, and near the fountain a small boy was sitting. He saw Aming. Aming stopped at once, and he and the boy looked at each other. Why has everybody but you run away? Asked Aming. I am not going to hurt anyone after all. I am just a very tiny dragon. Aming asked the boy that everybody ran away, but why are you here? I am not going to harm anyone, means I am not going to do anything to anyone. Really? Said the little boy in surprise. I am afraid everyone was very frightened of you. They thought you were going to eat them up. I nearly ran away myself, but my grandfather had been telling me such wonderful and old stories about dragons. I thought I would stay and see about you really looked like. How very large you are. So that boy said that as my grandfather had told me many good stories about the dragons, so I stopped here to see the dragon live. Large, said Aming in astonishment. Me? He shook his head. Why, I am perhaps the smallest dragon in the world. That's why I had to leave home. You've made a big mistake, said the small boy. Just take a look at yourself. Aming turned and looked down into the bright clear water of the pool and suddenly saw that he was simply enormous. Now see children, when Aming left his home, he was very small, tiny dragon. But as years passed by, he became full in size. Now he was a full grown up dragon. But who could show him this face that you have become so huge now? So when the boy told him to look in the clear water, and when Aming saw himself, he saw his reflection in the water, then he saw that he had become so huge. Now he was puffing out clouds of smoke into the still air. His tail stretched out behind him, his neck curved high, and his eyes glittered like jewels. Oh dear, said Ming. What has happened to me? You've grown, said the small boy. That's all, but you look simply beautiful, a real dragon. If you honestly don't eat up people, I'll hurry off and tell them all that you are quite harmless, and then they will come out of their houses and look at you. He said that if you will not harm them, you will not eat them, you will not scare them, I am going to call them and tell them about you, and they will surely come out of their homes. In a short time, Arming was surrounded by an admiring crowd. Children climbed on his back, little boys sat on his tail, babies were held up to stroke his cheeks. He felt very happy. Everybody really liked him. After a lot of talk and discussion, the village council decided to adopt Arming as their special dragon. So nearly every day he came down from his cave and stretched out on the village street. He took up a great deal of room, but he was very careful not to knock down any of the stalls, and the children were able to play the most exciting games, jumping over his back and sliding down his tail. So the village council, they adopted him as a special dragon. So he used to come daily down from the hills and down the hills, and he used to see that nobody was harmed because of his huge size. His fame soon spread abroad, and people came from far and wide to see him. Arming was very happy. At festivals and holidays, he always led the procession. He was gentle and good tempered with the children and polite to everyone. Luckily, he stopped growing, though he got rather fat. He is living there to this day, a contented and well satisfied dragon. So, this is the story of Arming, and this tells you, children, that you need not be afraid of the dragon, because dragon is a friendly animal. Now children, I have read the story. You will also listen to the reading how I have done, and you will also read it at home with the help of your parents. Thank you.